ethically, you're responsible for this. You should be paying all of it, not just paying what you think you should be paying. It's something that you signed. And unfortunately, since you didn't meet that criteria to pay it off in full during that time frame, that's why they're attacking those fees. And if you look at that agreement, I guarantee you on there, it spells it out.
It said 26.99 APR.
Welcome to Financial Cleanup. My name is Marcos, and with me is my lovely co-host Layla.
Today we have Damilola joining us. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us your age, where you live, and what you do for a living.
I'm 27 years old. I'm from Staten Island, New York. I work at Amazon, and I also work at Northwell Hospital as a caterer associate.
Okay, and how much do you bring in annually?
Roughly around like $50,000.
Okay, so from our 4 financial categories, you rated yourself as comfortable.
Yes.
Right, so we did see that you have some outstanding balances, but we did notice that you don't have a savings account.
Yeah.
So how does that make you feel?
Okay.
It makes you feel okay?
Yes.
Do you have any plans of trying to open one up later?
Yes, definitely later.
Okay.
Yeah, that would have put me in a very uncomfortable situation, not having anywhere to pull money from if an emergency were to arise.
Yes.
Which we're going to talk later more in depth about that.
Yep.
So are there any challenges you're facing right now? Financial challenges?
Just spending my money uncontrollably on like stuff I don't need.
Not having the discipline for it?
Yeah, like wigs, TikTok shop, concert, parties. Just like stuff I don't need.
You know, so you're aware that you don't need to make these purchases, but yet you're still making them. Yeah. How often are you making these purchases?
Like once a month.
Once a month?
Once a month.
How much do you think you're spending on them?
Depending on what the item is.
What it is.
So it's expensive items?
No, never expensive. Maybe under like $200. That's my limit.
Okay.
How was your household when you were growing up, your finances? Is that something that you took notice growing up?
Yes. My mom was a single mother raising me and my brother. And money was tight because we're in Catholic school. She was a single mom working 2 or 3 jobs, leaving different hours of the night, morning shift, come home, make sure we get home at a reasonable time. And then at night, she go to work, come back in the morning and do it over again for the next 10 years. So money was tight. I used to ask for money and she'd be like, oh, no, I don't have it. I used to beg, cry, like torture her, like, I need money and just give it to me.
Because you're a kid, usually you don't know.
Yeah. And now that I'm looking back at it, I'm like, damn, I was really like a stubborn child. Like, I should just like let it go and I asked for money. But when school started doing events, I want to interact with the kids. I want to make sure I have money. I don't want to look broke or poor or get teased.
Trying to fit in, right?
Yeah, trying to fit in. So, yeah.
So at that time, you didn't realize that money was an issue, right?
Yeah, I didn't really see it.
Gotcha. Okay. And do you think that's affected you now? Your outlook on money? And
yeah, it kind of did.
It did? Okay.
Let's jump into your debt. So do you have any student loans?
No.
Awesome.
No. Did you go to school?
Yes.
Okay. So that was covered through financial aid?
Yes.
Okay.
What'd you go to school for?
Went to BMCC for my major in theater with my associate, and then I went to Bergen College for minor in TV and radio and minor in acting.
That's interesting.
Yes.
So what made you pick that?
Because everything was just boring to me, and people say I do have the voice to be on radio and you can see me on TV. So I just pursued into that, and it was fun.
You enjoyed it?
I enjoyed it until COVID hit. So,
okay.
yeah.
But you're not using any of the degrees now, right?
My acting, I am.
Oh, you are using
I'm currently acting right now.
Okay. Awesome. Is that like a side hustle?
gig.
Yes, that's like it.
Awesome.
Yes.
Okay. Do you think that helped you? Going to school helped you? Do you think you could have done without it and still been?
That's what I'm thinking too. Yeah. If I didn't go to school, I think I would do like some training stuff on the side, hire acting coach, and then probably I would have been famous right now.
But so it wasn't, you don't think it was absolutely necessary for you to be doing
Not
it?
really.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can find out on my own or read a book or something.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes self-education is a lot more beneficial than going to school, unfortunately.
Yes.
Yeah, there's so many resources you can find on the internet that could help you learn whatever subject need be.
Exactly.
But that's good. So you no student loans.
No.
Personal loans.
No.
Which we have is Synchrony Bank, right?
Yes.
Synchrony Bank. Yeah, looks like, let's see. So we spoke, you said originally it was $7,000, but now we have a balance of $4,075 with a minimum payment of $107, a past due balance of $204 and a total payment due of $311. So here it shows that there's no interest being accrued, but there is interest that you've paid to date. So why is there a discrepancy there? There seems like the math is not mathing. So you're having some issues, I'd imagine?
I guess so. I don't know what's wrong with that bank, and I'd be trying to figure it out myself because what's going on? What am I paying for? Is my money getting accumulated to my balance or only some of it?
So what was this for?
This was for my veneers. I got it done in 2020 during the pandemic. Mm-hmm. And I had a 2-year plan of paying the whole $6,000 and something off because there's only deposit $650 out of my pocket. Mm-hmm. So now that 2022 hit in September, my thing was coming to the end, my promotion. I only had 30 days, but I didn't get no notification or no call that I had to pay that $1,250 left. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't paying it out of my rent. So I'm like, I'm not paying. You guys gonna wait? Mm-hmm. Then it was gonna affect me of them putting $3,000 on top of my payment. Until I realized next month, I'm like, why is my bill back to $5,000 and something dollars?
If you're enjoying this content, please remember to like and subscribe. Now back to the show.
Okay, so what happened was you probably were in a promotional period with zero interest.
Yeah.
And then you didn't completely pay it off in that time frame, so you got back charged all of the interest.
Yeah.
Okay, so I see so that's why it went from $1,000 to now you have a $4,000 balance. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that's one way they get you. They think, oh, all right, I'll pay it off before
hoping that you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they charge you all those fees, and then you end up paying double. So I'd imagine. Exactly. So even though it says zero interest, I mean, the interest on here must have been at least 30%. Mm. So that's why you have that large balance.
Yes.
Do you have a plan for this?
I'm going to pay what I owe. Mm-hmm. And then that $3,000 is going to collection or somewhere better reduce it because I'm not paying $3,000. I keep asking them, supervisor, employees, high up, what is this $3,000 for? It's not adding up. Cause even though I was late in the promotion and it should be like at least $700, $800. I could pay that. But $3,000? No, absolutely not.
And you've been contacting them and they haven't been able to help you?
Yeah, they keep saying the same thing over and over again. I was just frustrated. I end up hanging up. And that's why I just I don't know, I got in a little depression because how I'm going to pay this off. Should I keep working, busting my ass just to pay that off? Or should I fight or find a reasonable way to bring it down and I can pay whatever that fits me and it's not hurting my pocket?
If you let it go in collections, it's going to hurt you negatively. It's going to affect your credit score. It's going to fees. Okay. All those things are going to add up. So I think that you ultimately, what you signed is ultimately what you received. Mm-hmm. So that's the problem that I see there, because if you let the $3,000 go into collection or the $4,000, it affects you the same. So if you have no plan on paying it off, we might as well not pay it. People might not agree because, ethically you're responsible for this. You should be paying all of it, not just paying what you think you should be paying. It's something that you signed. And unfortunately, since you didn't meet that criteria to pay it off in full during that time frame, that's why they're tagging those fees. And if you look at that agreement, I guarantee you on there, it spells it out.
It said 26.99 APR. So I think that $3,000 does not add up.
Okay. Well, we can do the math later. Yeah. And then we'll see where we are and then we'll try to help you out and see what happened.
Thank you.
Do you know your credit score right now off the top of your head?
625. That's the last time I checked. 625.
That's what you checked last time? Okay.
Yes.
That's why you're getting the rates. Mm-hmm. Because of the credit score, that's definitely affecting you. And it's going to make it worse.
Yeah, this needs to be resolved ASAP.
Yeah, ASAP. Goodness. Excuse me. I don't want to deal with them no more. I don't want to hear the word care credit ever again.
I bet.
All right, medical debt. Do you have any medical debt? No. Do you have medical insurance?
Yes.
Okay. And credit cards. So you have just the one credit card, Discover?
Yes.
So you have a balance of $2,703.38, and you are being charged interest, $61. Your minimum payment for this card is $82, and the interest rate is 27%. For this time period, you use this for Lyft twice. How did you rack up the $2,700? Do you remember what you were buying prior?
I had my gym membership on it, and then paying gas. And then I was in Vegas, so I just used that for 2 times. That's it, because I didn't want to keep using my debit card. And I had some subscriptions on it. I bought a wig on it. And that's about it.
When did you go to Vegas?
I just went last month for my birthday week in May 2nd to the 5th. Yeah.
And then everything was put on a credit card?
No. Everything was put on my debit card.
On the debit card.
Because I couldn't use my credit card because it was that high. So
so it was almost
so
maxed out.
Your credit line is $2,700 and your balance is $2,700. So you're maxed out.
Yeah.
Okay, so that covers the credit card. Now we have your checking account, which looks like you use for everyday spending.
Mm-hmm.
You look nervous.
Yeah, because I know my statement is.
So we have Verizon for $155. This is your phone bill, phone and internet. What is this for?
Oh, just internet and cable.
Okay, do you use cable?
Yes.
We saw some streaming services also. So you watch cable and all those streaming services?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to have to cut back on some of that.
No.
That's $155.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That should be like $50 a month for the internet. You shouldn't even have cable. No one watches cable anymore.
I mean, if I'm guessing stuff and you need to watch TV, here you go.
Yeah, you have to cut back.
Yeah, I think you should just figure out what you use the most. Netflix.
Okay.
I think it was just Netflix and Prime. Oh, Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Figure out which one you use the most and then get rid of the ones you don't use. So next we have Afterpay for $50. What are you using Afterpay for?
For Shein and Fashion Nova. That's it.
Clothing?
And my wax too. Couldn't my wax lady now take the Afterpay? So if I can't pay the remaining balance of my service, I'll just Afterpay it.
Is it something you use often, Afterpay? Like the pay later?
Yeah, not all the time. Maybe like once every blue moon. Not all the time.
Okay. We have an Apple charge for $10. I'm assuming Apple Music?
No.
Storage?
Yeah, storage.
Storage? Okay.
Yes.
We have Wendy's for $7, another Afterpay for $50, Shein for $12, Klarna TikTok shop for $36. What are we buying?
TikTok.
I got some clothes. I was trying products out. Some nails, some press-on nails. And other.
Are you just bored? Is that why you're making these purchases?
It's just like when you keep seeing it on your algorithm, especially on your For You page, you want to buy it, you want to test it out, and then you want to advertise it. 'Cause I'm in a creative fund, and I hopefully make money off the item that I just purchased and tell everybody that it's good. Come get it, blah, 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 blah. And I make my money back.
Have you made your money back?
Yes.
How many times?
Like maybe like twice. Because some of the items I just bought for myself and I didn't feel like advertising because I didn't like the product and I didn't want to bash the company, so I just kept it to myself and just gave it to my mom or my brother.
Oh, so you're trying to make money off?
Yes.
Okay.
And some of the products I do get for free, the person that's selling it, it's my video, likes my content, I have the right followers and give it to me for free.
So the products that you don't like, you're not able to return them?
I could, but sometimes I'm like, you know what, let me just give it to my friend instead of me paying money just to
ship it back.
Yeah.
Oh, you'd have to pay. Okay.
Yeah.
And the cost to ship it back?
USPS, so like $5-7, depending how big it is and where it's going, how quick you want it, because you know there's different package on how quick you want to return it back.
Right.
So always pick the cheapest one.
So,
it's like $7.
So it's not worth it to return it, is what you're
it's
saying?
not worth it. So I'll just give it to somebody that
take the
actually
loss.
use it. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Moving along, we have Amazon for $20. We have Michael's, Five Below, TJ Maxx for $20, T-Mobile, $94. Your cell phone?
Yes.
Okay. We have Domino's for $9, Popeyes for $9.
Oh my God.
Amazon again, Disney Plus, Afterpay for $50. I'm assuming that's probably from the...
Yeah.
Okay. Lyft, Oyster Bar for $45, IHOP for $23, Klarna Vivid Seats.
Okay.
What's going on there for $133?
See, I knew it was $133. So the week I went for my birthday was May 1st to the 5th. I was also there for Lovers and Friends. So I bought the ticket on May 4th. No, May 3rd, the day before the concert, because you have to get your wristband in the morning before the show. So after I bought it that afternoon, took a nap, woke up, went on my Instagram, the shit was canceled.
Oh.
And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. But I put insurance on it just in case if something happened. The thing was $536 plus the $44 of the protection fee, and I cornered that for $147. So I could still have money left over. So that's what happened.
Are you getting
I got
money
my refund back. Yes,
Oh,
I did.
okay.
But everybody else,
That's good
30
to hear.
days.
We have Uber, Lyft, McDonald's, United for $40.
Yeah,
What is that for?
That was
The
when I was
airline?
going to Vegas, yeah, for the baggage.
Okay.
Do you regret that trip?
No, I made sure I had fun while I was on the trip, even though it was for my birthday and love with a friend, but mostly me trying by myself, solo trip, and also experience another state and celebrate my birthday.
We have another Afterpay for $21. Is that the same as the
Probably like either Sheen or
Either Shein, okay.
Fashion Nova.
and Chick-fil-A for $15? Cash App for Joe Grimes?
Oh, yeah. that's my friend.
$300.
Yeah, that was when I was coming back. I want to spend my birthday with my friends in New York and Brooklyn, so I had to cash up the guy the deposit for the section that was $1,000, and I just gave him what people gave me, which is $300, and the rest.
What was this for again?
Oh, for the section, table section.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're partying in New York and in Vegas for your birthday?
In Vegas, I was on guest list, so I didn't pay for no parties. I just got it for free. But here, yes, because I won a section. This is my first time ever doing it, and it was $1,000. I could afford it.
You partied it up.
Partied it up just for the one time.
Was this all a spontaneous trip, or did you plan it?
I planned it.
Did you have the money for everything before?
Yes, I did. I worked my butt off, doubles after doubles after doubles, make sure I paid everything off before I left. And since Lovers and Friends really didn't happen, I didn't spend more money there. I ended up saving and then went back home with a good amount of money, like $250. I still came home with. I didn't gamble, so that was good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're getting charged maintenance fees on this account, $6. I don't know if you were aware of that.
Yeah. That one
Okay.
I'm aware of.
You probably went below the minimum threshold.
Yeah. like
Did you
always.
call them to see if you can get that waived? So
Why?
if you call the bank, you can have the fees waived. Have you ever done that?
No.
No. So just give them a call.
What?
You look surprised.
Yeah, 'cause I did it one time because it's like I didn't understand that. But can I do that all the time?
Not all the time.
Okay.
So you can try it as much as you want. They may not do it every time.
Yeah.
But the worst they can say is no, and then you get stuck paying the fee. But I would absolutely call them and see if you can. I mean, if you're doing it every month, they're not going to waive it every month. I can guarantee that. But if it's, sporadic every once in a while, if you call them, you get it waived.
If I keep my money above 100 for a good, it's a week, a day, or a month?
I think it's at any time it goes below $100, you're going to get charged a fee.
Oh.
Yeah, which is a problem, obviously, because there's not a ton of money in there.
Yeah.
If you go below it, you're going to continue to get charged $6.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have a beginning balance of $216 and your ending balance is $71.
So you're going to get charged probably another fee.
Yeah.
Right now?
Probably.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah, I think they calculated end of day. But any time throughout the day it goes below that balance,
Then
you
you
get
get charged.
charged. Yeah.
But if I put money back on it, would I get charged?
I don't know. Every bank is different.
Okay.
Every bank is different. So you'd have to call them and ask them and see,
Got
yeah,
it.
the end of the day, if it's below that amount, you're definitely gonna get
Yeah,
charged.
and they track your daily balance summary.
But there's no reason you should be paying maintenance fees,
Okay.
which is why we need to get our spending under control so we don't go under that $100, right?
Yes.
Do you know how much you're spending on eating out? Do you have like an idea? Because it doesn't seem like you go food shopping. It doesn't seem like you go food shopping. No. So do you know how much you're spending on eating out?
It has to be under $40 because I always get the 4 for $4. Chick-fil-A has once in a blue moon when I'm at my wax lady and I'm hungry. Chick-fil-A.
So you said under 40, you think?
Okay, under 50.
Okay.
Under 50.
How about 120?
120?
Yeah.
No way.
120.
That's for a month?
I calculated just the eating out. The McDonald's, IHOP, the Chick-fil-A, Popeyes, Domino's.
Hello.
So it's not terrible. We've seen
Yeah,
a lot
it's not.
higher, but it's bad that you think you're spending less than half of that.
I mean, like I said, I was in Vegas. That was the only time.
Yeah.
But if I was here, barely, I would eat at home.
So how do you eat if you don't buy any groceries? How are you eating?
I have cereal, I have noodles, pancakes, eggs, or I starve myself. Or eat crackers.
That's not good. Well, you got to prioritize our health, right?
Yeah.
Where else are you eating?
Drinking water,
Water.
have iced tea, or go to Dollar Tree if I'm really on a budget. Dollar Tree, or get food from work. Even though we're not allowed to take food, you guys are gonna
Still
throw it
eat
away. I'm gonna take it.
So you eat there too. That helps.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you bring the food home.
Yeah, like 1 or 2 like cases, like mostly like vegetables and like say it's like meatloaf. I take that with rice and string beans. That's my dinner. Or I eat my dinner there too. Cause usually I bring it home to like watch TV, but now I just eat it there. Cause now we're staying till like 7:30, 7 o'clock. And that's getting close to 8. And I want to stop eating by 8 o'clock.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right. It's budget time.
Okay. Let's jump right in.
Gosh.
So
Budget.
based on your $50,000 salary after deductions and all that good stuff, that leaves us with about $3,250 a month.
$3,000.
$250 a month.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's not bad. Okay.
But your expenses are kind of high. When you look at. What is your rent?
$1,500.
$1,500. What is your utility?
Like $250.
$250?
Yeah.
Okay. Based on your salary, that's high. We want to be roughly around 28% of our gross income, which puts us right around like $1,200 or so.
Okay.
You are significantly over that. You're you're $550 over that.
Okay.
I know New York is a high cost of living area. Is there any way you can reduce that? Do you have anyone you can share some housing with, get a roommate, anything like that, where you can possibly try to minimize that cost?
You said it's a one bedroom you live in right now?
Yeah. Like,
How much is a 2-bedroom in that area?
almost 2,000 or 1,800 and up.
If 1,800 and up, you get a roommate, you're splitting that. Now you cut that down
In half.
significantly. You cut it in half. So maybe that's something that you can look into.
Okay.
If possible.
Yeah,
because there's only so much that you can do, but that's definitely one that I would recommend if you're able to.
Okay.
Internet and cable. We saw you're spending $155 a month. Okay. That's a lot. Plus we have all the subscriptions that we spoke about. I would get rid of the cable. Okay. Internet, I understand you need.
Yeah.
Cable should be around $50 a month.
Blame Verizon. Tell them that.
What's that?
I say tell Verizon that they want to make everything high.
Well, yeah, because cable, they always charge a ton for cable. That's really where they get you. And I mean, it's something that you can live without, especially if you have the streaming services, you have a lot of free resources. I mean, as long as you have the internet, you can find the free resources. Okay.
It's endless.
Yeah. So, and right now we need every dollar we can get because you have a lot of debt here that we need to tackle and we need to cut wherever we can realistically. Okay. And I think cable, once it's gone, you're not, after a week or two, you adjust and you're not going to need it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Subscriptions. We saw a few different subscriptions. I think you had Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, Amazon Prime,
Apple.
Yeah, Apple.
So you have a ton. I would limit that to $25 a month. Find 2 that you watch the most because we're getting rid of your cable. So I think that's a fair compromise.
Okay.
And then cancel the other ones.
Okay.
Okay. And then if you get bored of those, then sign up for the other one and just replace it.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah.
Okay. Because there's no way you can watch all of them. Just find something, stick with it. Maybe you can, but it's not. You're not being efficient. Okay, we have to optimize where our money is going. Okay.
Okay.
And I don't think I think it's unrealistic to cancel everything. We want you to be able to stick with this because I can tell you to cancel everything, and you're gonna go home and you're not gonna listen to me. So I want to be realistic.
Yeah.
Okay. Cell phone, 94
and 60. 94, 60.
Right?
Yep.
Okay. Toiletries, that's feminine products, toilet paper, things like that.
Yeah.
$100 a month.
What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
I always get my tissue in bulk.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And if you need, like the creams and all that stuff, just save up for it.
Yeah.
And just try to be mindful. Okay. Groceries, we normally do $300 a month, but you were spending less than that.
Yeah.
And I think you said that was okay, right?
Yeah, that's okay.
You're okay. So we have it as $100 a month.
Okay.
Just based on what we saw there and all the other ways that you're able to keep that cost down. So I think that's fair. Eating out, I'm cutting it in half. I'm not taking it out.
Yeah.
Again, I want this to be realistic. So we're going to make it $50 a month.
$50 a month. That's calm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just pick a day of the week, one day each week, and it'll spread out. That should be good.
Yes.
All right. Car insurance, we have $144. Does that sound right?
That's per month?
Per month.
Cause me, I'm under my mom, so I pay for 6 months and it's like $865.
$865?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. Yeah. That puts us at $144 a month. That's where I got that number from. Okay. Car payment you don't have, right?
No.
Okay. What kind of car do you drive?
Toyota Camry 2014.
2014. Okay. How long have you had that?
A year.
Oh, yeah. You just got it? Okay. How'd you buy that?
Facebook Market.
Yeah. Paid cash?
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome. Been good so far?
Been good, yes.
Yeah. Okay,
No,
great. Yeah.
not
Toyotas
too
are really reliable. So that's good. I'm glad you don't have a car payment. That's a trap that many people
Fall into.
And like average car payments are like anywhere between 600 and 1,000.
Is that like if you finance a car from a dealership or something?
Yeah. Financing. Yeah. Or if you buy a private party, you can get a personal loan from a bank and then people will use that and then buy a car. But either way, it's expensive. You're spending $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 on a car. You're going to spend upwards of, $500, $600, $700 a month.
Oh, right.
So I'm glad you're not,
Yeah.
because you would be in a significantly worse place. So hold off.
All right.
My concern is that it's an older car. How many miles do you have on it? High?
Yes, like 1,708.
108,000?
Yeah.
My concern is that if something happens to your car, you literally have no money
Yeah.
to fix it.
We spoke earlier about how you had a savings account before.
Yeah.
And the reason that you drained it was because of repairs for the car.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. And you never know. That could arise again, right? And then we have nowhere. Yeah. I mean, let's hope that doesn't happen, but we want to be prepared. We want to create a savings account so you do have that money there when you do need it.
Yes.
Okay. Easy Pass. You travel a lot through the city. We have you at $125 a month.
Yeah. That's perfect.
And there's no avoiding that, right? You need that.
Yeah, just okay. And that's why I try to avoid going to events outside of Staten Island and see if it's worth it. If it's not, to stay home. Okay. Or I just take transportation. That's even better.
Yeah, if you can cut down on that, that's going to be ideal.
Events for work?
No.
Hanging out events? So all that Easy Pass is from hanging out?
Hanging out, influence event, parties, concerts, visiting. Oh, my appointments, visiting friends.
If you want to go hang out, I would
tell them to come to you.
Take public transportation. And whatever you can to reduce costs. We have to get out of this mess first. I understand there's a balance, which I'm completely on board with. But right now, there's no balance. Everything is going out. If you want something, you're buying it now. If you can afford it, you're putting it on Klarna, Afterpay. You see the problem? And then those little payments,
synchrony,
they start to add up, and it's like, all right, it's $30 here, $20 there, and then before you know it, you have several $100 of little purchases that you're making, and then you're paycheck to paycheck, which is what you are right now, and maybe even worse because we're missing payments. Like this care credit, we're behind 2 months.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have your minimum debts here. You have your Afterpay at $85.25. That is the total balance, and I think the minimum due as well. Klarna, we have a minimum payment of $199.33 with a total balance of $537. And your credit card minimum payments are $189. In order to tackle this effectively, we're going to use something called the snowball method. Okay. So what that is, we're going to arrange our debts in order from smallest to largest.
Okay.
And we're going to tackle the smallest ones first while paying a minimum balance on all the others.
Got it.
After all of your mandatory minimum payments, including all of your debts, you're going to be left over with $237.82. Okay. Every month. Right. That's you following a strict budget. So there's not a ton of money left over.
Yeah.
Okay. You said you had the ability to work doubles.
Yeah.
All right. Can you continue doing that?
Yeah.
All right. So what we need to do is we need to open up that savings account again. All right. We need to build a starter emergency fund of $1,000.
All right.
$1,000 is not a ton of money, but it's enough where if you have a minor expense, car repair, you're not taking out debt in order to fund that.
Yeah.
That's the goal, short term. Okay. After we're done saving the $1,000, we're going to start paying off these debts aggressively because the interest rates are outrageous. They range between 20 and 30%. Okay. And they're going to ruin you financially, which we don't want, obviously.
Thanks for staying tuned. We would love to hear some feedback, so please drop a comment down below and remember to like and subscribe. Now back to the show.
It's important that you follow this budget because if you don't follow this budget, you're not going to be able to save up the $1,000. And if something does arise, you're going to be taking out more debt to do it. And you need every dollar you can get to get out of this because the faster you can get out of this, the faster you can continue contributing to retirement because we spoke about and you don't really have much there.
No.
What I would recommend is after we're done paying off these debts, we're going to create an actual emergency fund, which is 3 to 6 months of expenses. Okay. So that'll put you right around $10,000.
Okay.
Once you have that money there, you're not going to use it. That's literally only for emergencies. Okay. No emergency road trips or emergency vacations or concerts. Nothing like that. Okay. It's literally, if you lose your job, you need to pay your rent, food, just for you to survive. That's enough to get you by until you can get another job. That is the only purpose of that money.
Yes.
Okay. Once you have that money saved, you're going to open up something called the Roth IRA. That is a retirement account. Okay. Okay. And we can talk further about that. But essentially what that does is you use your after-tax dollars, right? What goes into your bank account. You can fund that. Right now, the limit is $7,000 a year. And that compounds once, you buy index funds, different stocks, which I can't give you advice on, but, you can do some research. It's fairly a simple process.
Yeah.
You do that and that money grows tax-free.
Okay.
So whenever you reach 59 and a half, you can take that money out and you don't pay any taxes on it.
Okay.
Okay. So that's one retirement vehicle. You do have a 401k, which barely has anything into it. After you're done reaching the $7,000 contribution limit, then any extra money you have would go towards the 401k and maxing that out.
All right.
Okay. And then you can save up for other things that you may want. It's about balance. We're not telling you to cut everything off. As you can see, like I'm trying to work with you here to make this as realistic as possible because we want you to stick with it. We don't want you to be miserable because if you're miserable, then you're not going to do it. You're going to leave here and then you're going to continue living the way you're living. No. And we can't have that, right?
Yeah.
All right. So does that sound and seem reasonable to you?
Yeah. Fair. You're fair.
Okay. Awesome. Do you have any questions?
No.
Not right now?
Not right now.
Okay. Do you have any final thoughts, Layla?
No. I think you could do it.
Yes.
Control that splurging.
Yes, I will.
Yeah. And if you do want something, you see something that you must have, just set aside money every month for it. And by the time you have enough money set aside, you're probably not even going to want it anymore.
Yeah.
Try not to splurge on those unnecessary purchases because even you said it yourself, a lot of stuff that you do buy, you end up giving away anyway.
Control that instant gratification.
Yeah.
Maybe think about it for 2 weeks.
All right.
All right. We want to thank you for coming on, putting your finances on display. We know it's not easy being out here and being vulnerable, but again, we thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Right.